Good evening, and welcome to the Pizza Roundtable, part of the I Need Pizza Club network, where every Tuesday at about 9 o'clock Eastern, we talk about the general goings-on in the pizza world. I'm one of your hosts this evening, Jim Mumford, joined by Anna Crusit, master gelato maker, pizza maker, mom, superhero, everything else. Anna, hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's been a eventful week. How are you?
I'm good. Well, it's been eventful, good things, I hope.
Yeah, we finished our advent calendars today. So our final 6 flavors got into production and I got to see some of them made for the very first time. Developing recipes on the spot is just kind of like whatever, what I do. So yeah, we finished it and then tomorrow's packing and printing and it's a very intense 2 weeks for us and we're just in the home stretch right now and order pickups are on Saturday.
How fun. We talked about it and you weren't here, but I had the opportunity to see you make gelato base live
Yeah, I know.
using some fun flavors. And that was obviously a treat. And I
Yeah,
got to try it. They were all good. The hot honey was hot. I will say for the
too
record,
hot.
that was just right
Too
for me.
hot. No, not for
I liked
ice
it.
cream. That's okay. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
It was good.
yeah.
So what would happen if it were frozen is that it would pull some of the flavor. So I made it intentionally hot in the
Mm,
base so that coming out of the machine with the cold on the heat plus
sure.
the air pumped into it, it wouldn't have been as intense. So I didn't have that opportunity to present you that part of the product, but
Well, I'm
that's
just gonna
maybe
have to
next
come visit you in Pittsburgh, and we'll have to do it. And we get a total chance to catch up because you were going a million directions,
I
but
was a little distracted, but it was
just
so fun seeing you in person, and I couldn't believe
likewise.
how tall you were.
I told Michael and Will the first thing you said was not hello is you're so tall in real life. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate that. I get that often.
Most people tell me I'm just really short, so I guess I feel,
It's
like,
fair.
qualified to tell people when they're very tall.
Oh, that's funny. Well, we have 7 articles this evening that we're going to get into. And speaking of Ohio, I think we're going to go right into one. And this one, I want to get your take on for a couple reasons. So, this is Cleveland Pizza Week returns. So, I say this because, Anna, were you aware there was a Cleveland style pizza or a Columbus style pizza? I mean, your general in this, vicinity. Is this something you were aware existed?
I had no idea. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I mean, I did not realize that there was a Columbus style, but really cool at the, expo. One of my staff, but also a friend of mine, Eddie's Pizza 412, won the Columbus style division, so he would know that
Yeah.
there's a difference, but I did not.
So yeah, I'll be honest, right? I'm a regional pizza bro. Columbus style really isn't one that I considered when I started 5, 6 years ago. I think it gets conflated a little bit with the Cleveland style. But anyways, Cleveland Pizza Week, which is this week. I love that Cleveland has a pizza week. I think that's just
Yes.
fun. Returns. So pretty cool because they basically do a deal, $12, you can get a pizza from one of the many, many pizza places and you can kind of
Yeah.
try them all. And I think this is fun. Cleveland style pizza, kind of as you show there, definitely heavy on pepperoni, thicker, right? A heartier
Mhm.
Midwestern pie. But I like it. And does Pittsburgh do anything like this with like a pizza week? They do.
Yeah, so we do it in January. Well, I'm lying, it's in February, and we do a pizza passport. So
That's
you buy the
awesome.
passport and you can go to, I think they limit it to 18, but it might be a few more than that. And you have 3 weeks to complete
Okay.
your passport. So it gives people a good amount of time, more than just a week, that you can try and hit up as many stops. The weekends are definitely, we're making a lot of
Sling
passport
them.
pizzas, and then people just have them packed in their trunk, like
Awesome.
pizza, and then they go home and they eat it all, and it is a lot of fun.
That's fun. Yeah, you brought up a point that I was going to make. Is a week is hard to get. You might get 3 if you really like pizza, but I think 3 weeks, that's kind of a sweet spot.
Yeah. Yeah, and in 18 slices in 21 days, right? So, like,
I
it
mean,
gives you
challenge
enough
accepted, but
time, but
yeah.
most people will typically hit up like 3 or 4 and they route them. So that's the other thing is like we're
Mm,
usually pinned up against the other people in our territory and you know where they're headed next because or where they're coming from.
sure, sure. That's fun. What's your most popular pizza during Passport? I'm sure you don't have the whole menu. I'm sure you've got specific. What's the
Yeah, we just offer 2. So you can get a Bianca or a margarita, but what's different for us is that you get the whole pizza. So we don't just give a slice because you can't do slices. That wouldn't be fair to anybody coming in to grab a slice 5 minutes after it was made. So we do make a fresh pizza on the spot for anybody that's coming with their
pretty
passports.
cool. Actually, that's a
Mhm.
pretty cool deal. And can't confirm good pie. So we're definitely worth the
I
trip.
mean, I think they're only like $50, and you get a whole pizza, at least from me, but a
Yeah,
lot of
well,
good slices.
worth it. So, speaking of kind of holidays, I think a lot of these pizza weeks are around, the holidays, but I like this one a lot. This next one from Farm Talk. Now, I'll read the headline, then I'll bring it up to you. Make homemade pizza the centerpiece of holiday parties. So, and I'm assuming, right, you have a big family, right? Do something. Do you do the traditional, Thanksgiving fare, Christmas fare, or do you find a way to weave pizza in, or do you have enough pizza day to day that you don't need more of it?
Can't say that we do pizza on holidays. I mean, we do pizza on like the 4th. We'll have it on like Memorial Day. We'll cook pizza. If we go on vacation, we'll bring shells of pizza and then top them, and everybody can do like breakfast pizza. So we intertwine pizza into our traditions that aren't just, at the restaurant, but usually not for Thanksgiving or Christmas.
So we're I Thanksgiving has to be Thanksgiving, but we do have a Christmas Eve tradition where it's pizza. Right, been doing this for a while. My wife's family did it long before we got married, so I kind of love it.
Hmm.
And there's some real benefits to it. So, as the article kind of goes on to talk about, pizza obviously is wildly popular, but there's something with, I would say, the logistics of it, right? Of, okay, you've got all these people over there, all like all the dishes and everything, but you can make your pizza, pasta, and then you're set, right? It's a very encapsulated kind of meal that maybe is a little bit lower stress, especially if you're cooking for 15, 20. So I do appreciate that. You'll never replace the classics, but I love it. We do pizza. I would do it for Christmas and Thanksgiving if the family would allow it, but I only got one.
Yeah, I guess we just nobody wants to feel like they're working, and that's, like, for
I
us,
get
the other
that for you.
element
Yeah.
is that, like, it's a treat for us for my mom to cook. We do the 7 fishes, so we're
Oh,
eating tons of fish on Christmas Eve and
love that.
ravioli and whatever that my grandma would always make, and so we kinda just leave them to the cooking, and I just get to be, like, spoiled. Yes, on the holidays.
I love that for you. And it's the same. Thanksgiving is the one day of the year I don't cook, right?
Yeah,
For some reason, my wife does a turkey and I just sit back and it's wonderful. Like you said, this is great.
yeah.
It's nice being spoiled, a good word,
I am
right?
cooking Thanksgiving, though, this year,
You
but
are.
yeah.
So what's your say? We're gonna go off that tangent here. What's your signature? What's the one you're like, boy, made this and I can't wait? Like what's your Thanksgiving?
So, I'm probably gonna have 3 Thanksgiving dinners. So, the one that I'm doing on Thanksgiving is gonna be, like, a butternut squash with, like, a sage butter, um,
Can't
cream
bet.
sauce. So, I'm gonna be doing ravioli. I've decided I'm going to do a turkey because I wasn't going to, but because we're eating one on Saturday as well. But my kids were like, "You're not doing turkey on Thanksgiving." I said,
A
"You're eating
gas,
it the
right?
Sunday before and the Saturday after." So I just thought we were gonna, like, pass through this. So I'm gonna do turkey. My mom, though, like, I leave her to the stuffing balls. They're, like, unlike anything we look for. I don't know why we eat them once a year. Like, why can't
Yeah.
we eat this
Why
once a
can't
year?
we just,
Why
yeah,
do we
this
do
could
this
be
to ourselves? It's just,
probably because
like,
they're a lot of work and terrible for
silly.
you, I'm guessing, but
Yeah.
I
But
get that.
pasta's always been incorporated into our meals.
That's good. I mean, that tracks a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us, there's Indiana, right? And I think you get maybe, but so Amish country, right? So we do Amish noodles that you do with the drippings of the turkey, and they're terrible for you, but they're amazing, and it's my thing. That and cast iron cornbread are the two. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
those are the two that if they're not there, my dad would leave. He would get up and drive home. I respect it for it, honestly.
I
So
am probably gonna make some, Italian bread. I make bread.
I bet you make really good Italian bread. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that your Italian bread's really, really legendary. Yeah,
It is.
it is. Yeah,
And
she
I'll
knows that.
probably make homemade butter because 'cause I'm a little bit crazy, but,
That's awesome. Well, speaking of making things homemade, this is one of my better segues. This is courtesy of AOL. Pizza burgers. I made easy, nostalgic pizza burgers in their peak fall cooking. Before we get into it, pizza burgers, right? Are you a big fan of doing burgers with all the stuff on 'em? Are you a purist? Where are you in the burger spectrum
Can
as far as
absolutely appreciate a burger with the works, but if I'm going to order one, I like it to just be pretty neutral as far as, like, tasting the beef. I like a few condiments on it. I mean, obviously, I'll get some, like, lettuce, tomato, onion, but I'm not, like, gonna be throwing the kitchen sink on it.
I'm a purist, right? I mean, I don't like the kitchen sink, but that said, I understand what these pizza burgers are. So, you take a look at them. They call them cafeteria style pizza burgers, but we didn't have anything this cool at our cafeteria. But it's kind of it's a loose meat, right, with the cheese and the sauce, and it's baked. It's somewhere between a pizza bagel and a sloppy Joe.
I
And
was gonna say, yeah, it looks like a sloppy joe.
kinda, right? And I love it. I don't know why, but it's just again, there's a nostalgia thing about this, but why I heard pizza burgers, I thought, burger would that's not what I see, or it's not what I thought here. But yeah, if you go kind of into it, it's basically a sloppy Joe with cheese and baked. But yeah, I don't hate it, especially if you're trying
Well,
to feed some kids after a
yeah,
long day or something.
it looked to me like it's a pizza on a hamburger bun, like a burger
Yeah. Yeah,
bun.
like, it definitely you get that vibe, right? You got the and you kinda go through and it says it can be whatever you want on it, but, yeah, it's, chopped pepperoni or veggies or however you do it. So, yeah, I say it's a pizza bagel, it's a kinda sloppy Joe, it's somewhere in the middle, but I wanted to side-eye this. I love it. I kinda
It
love the
seems
idea.
so obvious, but I've
Right.
never considered it.
That's exactly it. It's like, of course, I have all those things right now. Why have I? But yeah, it makes sense, and yeah, a good way, like you say, to kind of sheet pan meal. And some nights you got to sheet pan meal and be done in 10 minutes, right?
I actually appreciate too that it's not like on a slice of bread because I feel like when you try to do it on a slice of bread, it just like kind of falls to nothing. So like the
Right.
burger bun would be heartier. I
Yeah.
mean, it's probably no different than doing a meatball sub,
No, none. Me, I
but just
I
more
would
cheese.
yeah, I would do it like English muffin pizzas. Right? Grew up with those. No different. Just put some protein. So, anyways, I love it. Again, good Midwestern fare, right? And just sometimes you just gotta feed a tray of kids, and there you are. So, we've talked you pizza toppings, right? We talk about them. I know a lot of your pies are carefully curated, right? You just have a couple things. You don't have the works. What's the most number of toppings you would say a pizza can have until it might be too much? I know it's subjective, but is there a limit to toppings?
I mean, as long as we're not like saying that olive oil is a topping, I mean, but I'd say like you caught me at 5.
Five. I think five's a good number, curated.
Yeah.
Well, 1.5 WPDH talks about celebrate Pizza Day with all of the toppings except anchovies. So, they celebrate National Pizza with the works except Anchovies Day, which is tomorrow. I'm sure you knew that, right? So, a National Pizza with the works except Anchovies Day. You can get a pizza with everything but anchovies. So, another sidebar: anchovies. You're a fan, right? I'm assuming I'm a
I
fan.
like anchovies. I
Yeah,
do not like capers, and I see some, so that's what my face is doing.
that's a very fair face because I think capers on pizza probably shouldn't be there.
Very
But
bad.
but so this pizza, Anna, has everything. So I counted the number of options, number of toppings you can get for this. Looks like a Papa John's. That would have 21 toppings on it. 21 toppings that this pizza would have. Can that taste good, or is that just an absolute garden?
You think about it like, okay, making a salad, and you got, like, 9 things in a pasta salad. Like, that's, like, what I can think of that has, like, the most of anything that I've
Yeah,
ever eaten in
yeah.
it would be a pasta salad, and I don't even think I think we're at, like, 12.
Yeah,
Like,
I
best case scenario, the cheese, the pepperoni, olives, peppers, like, all the things. You're like 12. How could you have 21 things on something?
yeah, I get it's a gimmick, right? I get it's a day. I get it's fun. Hate on anchovies, which
Who's
you shouldn't.
ordering that?
Anchovies are great. Nobody. I don't even think it would cook right at that point, right? I mean, at that point, you're just
You'd put 2 olives, and then you
yeah.
put
Or you're
2 peppers, and you could but it's then that's not the pizza.
that's not the heart of the pizza. But
You may as
anyways,
well just stick it all in a food processor and just blend it up and see what you get there.
in that V8, in that basically would use V8 instead
But I
of
still don't think
tomatoes.
there's 21 ingredients in
Well,
that.
you're 8. You only have 13 to go. You're a third of the way there. Yeah, I know. And I had a gimmick. I just kind of like started putting it into like my cart. And, oh, what would this take? And that's an expensive pie, by the way. That is like a $40 pie, by the way. If you want to do it, do it. But embrace anchovies, right? You just don't hate
Anchovies are
on them.
delicious if they're
Yeah.
done right.
If they're done right. Listen, I've had bad anchovies, but if they're done right, they're great.
Yeah.
And they're in a lot more things than people realize, by the way.
Mhm. I can
Favorite,
always
yeah, same. Favorite application for anchovies is not pizza.
I mean, in dressing
Yeah, I use it in like all my dressings. I've got anchovy paste
or
and
pasta sauce. I mean, I
oh,
like to add it as a salty element to, like,
yeah,
tomato sauce.
I like that. No, I like that. Yeah, I basically every salad dressing has anchovy paste. I make. Sorry, friends, if you don't like them, but it's good. And you've always liked it, so
Yeah. Yes, you're just giving up your secret.
yeah, it's fine. They don't watch the pod anyways. So, going back to an earlier point, you talked about the passports and how you don't do slices because that's just not your style. But there is something to the slice of pizza, right? It's a courtesy of the takeout. Customers swear Costco single pizza slices are superior to the whole pie. So, I
Mm.
wish Will were here, kind of talk about, but just in general, right, there's something to getting a slice of pizza, right? Now, I know slices aren't ubiquitous everywhere, but there's something about that counter, and you get a slice, and you go. It's somewhere between lunch and a snack. I mean, what's your experience and love affair with the slice versus getting the whole pie?
I love that I can get 2 different kinds, and I also love the size of the slice. 'Cause they're
Yeah,
usually really big, and not that I need to eat the whole thing, but there is just something to having a hearty slice in your hand versus, like, a little rinky dink, like, 12 cut little tiny one. Like, I like that it can be folded, and I like the feel of it.
I think you kind of nailed it, right? It has to be the right style, right? You're not going to do a slice of tavern, right? There has to be, it's big, right? I mean, the Costco's are 18-inch, right? Which again, that hits that thing. Even though it might be a better deal to get the whole pizza, and they point out you're getting it probably fresh, right? A lot of places will heat up that slice, right? They'll throw it
Mhm.
throw it in the deck for another minute to get kind of extra crisp, where all right, you get it's peak, right? Every slice is peak. Where if you get the pie, the whole pizza, go, it's probably not re-crisp, it's probably not peak. So there's some excellence to that slice. And listen, Costco does it for a reason, and it's worth it, right? It's worth. I would rather get 4 slices than get the whole pie, even though it makes no sense. There's some art to that.
Yeah, I was just at a Costco. I don't frequent them. I do not frequent them, but we went out of our way and went to a Costco. And I was looking for something specific. And I could not believe how many people were sitting there in the chairs eating pizza. I
Really?
couldn't believe it. There were so many. It was like the whole pizza or just a couple slices, but like all of the tables were filled. And it wasn't even like a Sunday, it was just like a
Yeah,
generic afternoon
generic day.
and I thought I've never considered coming here to eat pizza. Like, I've never done that,
Yeah,
but people do, so they must be they know what they're talking about.
yeah, it is funny, right? Just Costco's got it down to you, the pizza and the hot dog and its whole experience. I don't frequent them often, mostly because I get overwhelmed too
Yeah.
easily, and they're an overwhelming place. That my biggest pet peeve for when people are in front of me in aisles, and I just so it's my two pet
Yeah, don't
peeves.
go
But
there.
yeah, exactly. I don't. I should, but yeah, they clearly have it down. The price point's right, so it's fun. There's something about slice culture that is kind of hard to explain, right? That I am new to, right? Is kind of
Yeah.
a knowing all the friends that we've met in this pizza journey, but there's something
It
fun about it.
If Mercurios were to expand, this is an if, we would totally do a slice shop.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. It's, you just have so much more. I don't know what the word is, but I think there's freedom in it,
There is.
get to
There is
explore
freedom for
more.
everyone. The customer, right?
Yeah.
The listen, if you want to try out a specialty pie, you can put two out, and right, you're only out two. You're at
Mhm.
no, I it's at one of my favorite slice shops in Chicago, right by Wrigley Field. It was always you get slice here. It's a special place in my heart. So
Yeah.
all right, two more. So the sitcom Parks and Rec. Are you familiar? You familiar with? You're smiling. Is that a yes or a no?
I have seen a few episodes.
Okay, good. Well, so this is courtesy of Newsweek. Domino's launches the new specialty pizza Treat Yourself, which is a throwback to the show Parks and Rec, where a couple characters would go out a day and they would live a lavish lifestyle. Anything they wanted, they would treat yourself. Well, they are doing that by adding a new specialty pizza to their menu, the spicy chicken bacon ranch pizza, and they launched it, of course, with one of the characters, Don Amigo from Parks and Rec, from that treat yourself. So two things here. One, it's just $9.99, which is actually like
Crazy.
the cheap. It's like well, you can get a plain, not cheese, plain. I'm learning Domino's pizza, but also spicy chicken bacon ranch. So if you look at this pizza, it's a chicken bacon ranch. It looks like it has some sort of sriracha or hot sauce on it. And I'd like to unpack those flavors, Anna. What do you think about spicy chicken bacon ranch pizza?
I think the combination works.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a buffalo chicken pizza. I mean, what's a hard pivot from that to this? Looks like there's hot sauce on it.
Hmm.
Maybe you don't have some celery, but maybe you do.
That's a good analog that I didn't consider. I was thinking, okay, if this is really ranch forward, and I've got like a lot of hot sauce, maybe. But yeah, if you put it in the buffalo wing, it's just buffalo chicken pizza with different proportions.
And then you dip it in the ranch, right? But the
Right?
ranch
You
is
dip it in the ranch, and the jalapenos are there anyways. So all right, I think you have quickly changed my mind on this. At first, I'm like, it's too much, but no, this is just existing pie in different proportions.
an existing pie in different proportions.
Okay,
Yes. And it's actually very pretty pizza. I wonder if they all look like that.
uh, maybe my question is why is the pizza box upside down? Right, that was just my first question.
Yeah.
Who takes the whole pizza out to eat it? Put it on the table because you're just wasting table space. But I
Yeah,
understand this is
never
an ad.
never done that.
No, never. Okay, you swayed me on that one. So I'm like, that makes sense. But yeah, it's just different proportions.
Chicken, bacon, ranch.
Ranch.
It's like a BLT chicken sandwich on a pizza.
Yeah,
Hot sauce.
I'm not a fan of ranch bases. I think they can get glummy, right? Um, Generally, like I'm fine. I understand dipping the pizza bones. I get that. Not something I do, but not a huge fan. But I understand the flavors, and it's fun. And for $9.99, I mean that's
It's
you can't
crazy
even get cheese. So
for
it's
having a protein on that.
right, right.
That's
Do you do
incredible.
jalapenos on your pizzas? I don't remember ever seeing. No,
No.
I don't like
No.
jalapenos on pizza. I like pickled, but like just raw cooked. I feel like they're overpowering both in grassiness and heat. I don't know, nothing, not me.
Yeah, no, we don't. We might, in the future. We
Yeah,
do Sicilians. We're, I think, launching a gluten-free Sicilian hopefully this week.
we need to unpack that off air. I
Yeah.
want to pick your brain on that.
So they're like it's a 9 by 9 inch.
Perfect.
It's a little bit smaller, but it's personal
Yeah,
size. If it's bigger than
any
that,
pizza,
it's too
any
much.
pizza is personal pizza if you believe. Right. We'll unpack that. All right. Last article courtesy of Pizza Marketplace. So recall we talked about Chuck E. Cheese kind of opening up the kind of the bar kind of concept. Well, they're going full send now. Chuck E. Cheese opened Chuck E. Cheese Adventure World Indoor Playground. Look at that thing. So they're opening up this week, this Thursday in Arlington, Texas. The 12,000 square foot says food. That's good. That's a good typo. Indoor playground focused on active play. This thing looks
No.
Huge. Look how big that is. That's not a play place. Yeah, that is an absolute like setup. So you've got immersive themes, climbing structures, patented kid shack systems. Love that. Birthday party packages, of course, interactive dance floor, dynamic video walls, Pasquale snack shop. Of course, you got to sling your slices, and no height restrictions. This place looks legit.
Yeah. This is taking me back to my childhood. There was a place that you could go. It's called the Clubhouse, and, everybody had their birthday parties there, and it was just, like, my whole dream world. Like, it was so fun,
Yeah.
and they don't have it anymore, and I haven't ever seen anything like that since. So, I mean, if this is where Chuck E. Cheese is pivoting to kinda get people in the door to eat some pizza, I think that's, like, so smart.
I think it's brilliant, right? I mean, we Discovery Zone, that was the one where we lived. It was the same thing, right? It was this.
Yes.
And they were
Yeah.
so much fun. You wanted to have your birthday party there. And yeah, I know like Chuck E. Cheese, they've got their whole, kid casino thing, but this makes sense, right? And you can
Oh,
kind of do
yes.
this anywhere. And my guess the upkeep's probably pretty reasonable. So I love this. We talk about Chuck E. Cheese kind of a lot, right? We talk about the ghost kitchens and the
Yeah.
bar concepts. They're definitely trying the market. But I love it. This looks like it's in a mall, I think, which also makes a lot of sense. So I'm here for it. Arlington's a bit far, but if they had one Midwest, we'd go check it out. I think that's a fun concept, and I appreciate how they are really trying to reinvent themselves after kind of being what they
Yeah.
were and kind of generationing out.
They've had a rough go of the 2000s,
Yeah.
but, they really do have to kind of reimagine themselves. I live probably 8 minutes from a Chuck E. Cheese. Uh, I've never been.
Mhm.
One of my children has gone to a birthday party once, but I just have never been enticing, "Let's do this for dinner," but maybe, to be fair though too, it is right across the street from a Dave& and Buster's.
Well, and that part, so I took my daughter to a birthday party there a few years ago. I remember at one point, her and I were just sitting in the chair, both just so overwhelmed by the lights, the sounds, the dancing mouse, and just like is such an overwhelming experience that I was overwhelmed. I looked like half the kids were just like either having the time of their life or completely on E. And just like this is like it was a lot. She's like, let's do a this year. She wanted to do a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. And I say, I will fire up my arcade downstairs. I will make personal pizzas for everyone. I'll rent a mouse costume. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry, but it's overwhelming for everyone. No offense to Chuck E. Cheese, great establishment. For me, too many light sounds, a little overwhelming. But
Yeah, I there's some things that I need to do, and I think eating a slice of Costco pizza, like, sits on my priority list
I think
higher
that's
than
higher.
going
Well,
to Chuck E. Cheese.
you had the opportunity and you missed it.
I did, I wasn't there was not even anywhere to sit to eat it, so, I mean, that really was
Mhm.
I'll just I'll go back.
You should have elbowed someone out. You can do it. You're tough.
I'll tell them I'm there for
Yeah, there you go. This is for the pod. Speaking of for the pod, Anna, where can we find you on social media?
I am on Instagram, and it's at Anna.Crucit or at Mercurios PGH if you wanna
Both.
follow the business.
You should. But both excellent follows. I'm Jim Cooks Food Good, wherever you get your social media. And of course, you already follow I Need Pizza Club. Please, for this particular venture, like, rate, subscribe to this podcast, tell your friends, support us on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, all the things. And until next time, join us for Pizza Roundtable, 9 o'clock Eastern. And we'll do Clubhouse right after for a little after shows. We always do. But until then, Anna, we will see you next Tuesday.